Cardiff might sound like the name of an automotive part, but it's actually the capital of Wales, a country that loves a wide variety of sports. With that being said, here are the stadiums and arenas of Cardiff, Wales. We start off at Vindico Arena, the largest ice arena in the country, but not the largest in the country. It includes 2 ice rinks, one of which was meant to be for the public, but I believe it's currently being used for non-ice hockey purposes. I think they rented it out to a large bakery, presumably as some sort of logistics hub, not so the staff can play ice hockey. The main rink is home to the Cardiff Devils, who are the only professional ice hockey team in Wales. You would have thought the Devils wouldn't feel at home on ice. Doesn't the Devil have hooves? I don't know, never met the guy. It's a pretty simple arena, but that centre hung video board is top notch. Principality Stadium, also known as Millennium Stadium because it was opened in 1999, shortly before the world ended due to Y2K. It serves as the full-time home of the Welsh rugby team, as well as the part-time home of their football team. It features a retractable roof, which I'm sure comes in handy in Wales, as I believe it rains so much in the south of Wales that even on a sunny day you see people holding their hand up as if they're holding an umbrella due to muscle memory. It's the largest stadium in the UK to have a fully retractable roof, and one of the largest in the world. It was built on the site of the old National Stadium, and the north stand is actually a remnant of that stadium, hence the non-continuous bowl design. It's called Glanmore's Gap. I kinda like that. Shortly after opening, the stadium hosted about a fifth of the games at the 1999 World Cup, including the final, which was won by Australia. In the 2023 Rugby World Cup, we couldn't even beat a team representing a brand of water. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. You may have noticed that there's a smaller rugby stadium next door. It's called Cardiff Arms Park, and is home to the 2 biggest rugby clubs in the city. They do play some of their bigger games at the stadium that literally overshadows their ground. Cardiff Arms Park gets its name from the Cardiff Arms Hotel that was located here way back in the 1600s. I think it was a Best Western. The site hosted the 1958 British Empire and Commonwealth Games, although that was when it doubled as a cricket ground and was somewhat oval in shape. That old stadium was demolished and this one was built in its place in 1969. Due to room constraints, the stands at the ends had to be kept very small, but they make for a distinctive look. Did you know that Worthington's is the #1 ale in Wales? Situated in some lush parklands right by the River Taft, called Sophia Gardens, is Sophia Gardens, which is comfortably the biggest cricket ground in Wales. It regularly hosts England internationals. Oh, and for those that aren't familiar, the England cricket team also represents Wales, although they don't exactly show it. Perhaps they should replace one of those 3 lions with a dragon. It first hosted international cricket at the 1999 World Cup. I don't want to sound like a dick, but it would probably be negligence on my behalf if I didn't mention that Australia also won that World Cup. It was a good year, 1999. SpongeBob, whom I believe is the second coming of Jesus, first appeared on our screens. We were not ready for the teachings of SpongeBob in those early days. Utilita Arena Cardiff. Firstly, I love the brick and glass exterior. It has a very industrial look to it, but it needs more dragons. Oh, there we are. Cardiff's largest arena is actually pretty small. It currently doesn't have a permanent sporting tenant. However, it is the preeminent concert venue in the city, as you might expect. The seating is entirely retractable, which is good for when the venue needs to host conventions, boat shows, truck shows, tractor shows, car shows, motorbike shows, lawnmower shows, scooter shows, hoverboard shows, motorized roller skate shows, and more. Anyway, there are plans to build a bigger and better arena elsewhere in the city. It'll have 15,000 seats and cost £280 million to build. That's 1.112 billion quarter pounders. It should be ready by 2026, year of our SpongeBob, and will be located in the Atlantic Wharf area. Cardiff City Stadium. You might think that this place is named after Cardiff, the city, but actually it's named after Cardiff City. It's not just the national cricket team that Wales shares with England. but the biggest of Welsh football clubs play in English leagues. Cardiff City are the only team in Cardiff to do so. In 2014, just 5 years after the stadium was built, there was an extension carried out. It added 8,000 seats, which are demarcated by their redness. Not only did that increase the capacity, but it decreased the monotony of the design. It looks good. This place was built on the site of Cardiff Athletic Stadium, and in order for the construction to go ahead, there had to be another track and field stadium built nearby. That goes by the name of Cardiff International Sports Stadium. It is probably the most boring venue we've seen so far. Certainly a bit more of a conventional design than its predecessor. It's a one-stand wonder. Of course, it's not only track and field that takes place here. It's also home to both rugby and football teams, because you can't let a prime patch of grass be wasted on javelin and shot put. Also, I'm not sure that flying spears and whales are a good mix. And those were the Stadiums of Cardiff. Please be subscribing, if not have already done. Thanks for watching, have a good one.